Hi everyone, welcome to Pivotal Stories here at SpringOne Platform 2018. I'm Jeff Kelly and my guest is John Lichina. He is Software Development Manager, Software and System Architecture at SkyGen USA. John, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't we start? Tell us a little bit about SkyGen and what's driving your transformation efforts.
SkyGen USA powers the nation's largest healthcare insurers, and we do that using technology-enabled solutions and data analytics to allow them to strive for efficiency, reduce costs, and serving their clients as well as they can. And since we are the industry leader, we want to stay the leader. So we're always looking to see what's the next best technology for SkyGen USA to utilize to get to the next level. Because we want to become the next, real iconic company in the Milwaukee area as well.
And when we talk about getting to that next level, we chatted beforehand a little bit. I know one of those things you're interested in is, of course, increasing speed to market. And that's important for a lot of companies, but I wonder, in your particular instance, why is that an important goal for SkyGen?
Speed to market is everything in our industry. As new regulations come about, set by the government, we need to get that into our software as fast as possible and in the hands of our client so they can stay compliant. And we also want to have new market disrupting products to capture and seize the moment because it's always the first person out there wins.
Mm-hmm. And when you say speed to market, we're talking about not just the initial product, getting that out the door, but continuing to iterate over time, adding features, adding capabilities, listening to your customers, and feeding that back into the product?
Exactly. Getting any changes into the user's hands and getting that feedback, tighten up that feedback loop is really necessary because we want to make sure we're on mark for what the market really needs.
So looking at the technology component, could you talk a little bit about the technology infrastructure environment at SkyGen and how using tools, using platforms like Pivotal Cloud Foundry, you're enabling some of that fast feedback, quick iteration, speed to market?
So we have traditional large web applications that basically sit on top. We're a VMware shop. They sit on top of VMs. That process of getting those VMs created is sometimes lengthy. We're sending in support tickets, getting all this infrastructure set up, and then the applications deployed. Now when we move to something with PCF, a lot of that goes away. Automatically generating all the VMs that we need, we do it by a simple push command. It does all that for us. It provisions all that infrastructure for us. So we're going to save time with our legacy applications in addition to our new greenfield projects, which are going to be completely cloud native. So we actually get two benefits from it right now. And
with your legacy applications, are you largely talking about monolithic applications and you're looking to take advantage of a more microservices type architecture, which again supports that ability to iterate and get to market quickly?
Our very large legacy web applications are a monolithic application. As I said, we do get some benefits from just running them as is, and we're also looking at decoupling certain portions of that system, but the real benefit is for our new greenfield work. That's where it's really going to shine. We already have a project in place right now. We're looking to go live with it in July of next year. So
focusing a little bit on the operations side when it comes to the platform, Pivotal Cloud Foundry, could you talk about how you approach managing the platform, operating the platform, and maybe how that differed from when you're operating in your former environment with more traditional infrastructure?
Yeah, it's completely different. Before we had the platform, it was just a traditional IT structure. Like I said, putting in tickets to create VMs. The developers really didn't have anything to do with all the infrastructure, and we were kind of at the mercy of when those things would happen. But now with the platform, we treat the platform as a product. It's never going to be done. Basically, the flow through is we get requirements from our client that flows in through our product development team, which eventually flows to the developers, and then we say to the platform team, hey, can you provide us some caching solution or something like RabbitMQ? So they take that's a work item they pull off the stack, they get it into the platform, they put it in the marketplace, and they say, hey, developers, here's exactly what you asked for. Now we have that tool to get that feature for our end client.
And in terms of some of the cultural and process changes you've had to implement, it sounds like you touched on a few there from the operations side. I wonder if you could talk about the developer side of the equation and some of the other not just even developer transformations, but the larger business transformations to take advantage of all the capabilities that PCF allows and the things that your operations team is doing. Can you talk about some of the other changes, not technology, but culture, process changes that are taking place at SkyGen to take advantage of all that?
I'm a member of our platform team, and we just finished our 6-week dojo about three weeks ago, and let me tell you, that was one exciting time. We first looked at it as, wow, it's 6 weeks, but that time went so fast. And it was great that we got to go to the Chicago office, so we got to be off-site, spend our first week there, which was super exciting. We went over the goals of what the dojo was going to be, and then within the second day, we were in one of the conference rooms doing mobbing, all learning, switching time at the keyboard, and then we switched over to paired programming. And then when we came back to our location in Mequon, it continued. You know, everybody was so excited. Everybody was staying late, and the people, Sandy and Raul, who were running our dojo, were just fantastic. The people that Pivotal brought along with the platform is just tremendous.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that dojo helped to accelerate the deployment of the platform, getting it up and running and shortening that time to market?
We had the ability to have a sandbox environment stood up manually at our location in Mequon before we even purchased anything. And that shows how much Pivotal strives to do whatever they can for a client that they're not even sure they're gonna land. They flew people in, we had the environment stood up in like 2 days, and that enabled us to get our legacy web application running on the platform within 2 days. It wasn't 100% functional, but that was just an unbelievable finish.
Right, and compared to some of the timelines you had been dealing with,
oh, absolutely.
2 days is...
And then once the dojo came, that just put all the automated processes in, and is a game changer.
So I know it's still early in SkyGen's transformation, but could you share some successes? You talked about certainly the dojo, and those early efforts were very successful. Are there any maybe applications you've been working on you could share, or maybe some metrics about developer productivity or some of the operations efficiency gains you've achieved? Even
though it is very early in, like one of the biggest things was when we had that opportunity to get our legacy application in our initial sandbox. Now we also have it still running in our non-prod foundation, and by the end of the year we should have all the code changes to make it run natively in the platform. That's a huge win. We're going to try and get clients up on that as soon as possible. We also have our new greenfield work. We have our dentist hub, which is our next market disrupting product, and they've been at it about six to 8 weeks already, and we've got it running on the platform. It's part of our CI/CD pipeline. So we've got some early wins.
Fantastic. So it sounds like you've accomplished a lot already, but what's on the horizon? What are your priorities, say, the next 6-12 months as part of your transformation efforts?
Our main priority is getting the dental hub fully running on it, which it is in a production environment. Once we get our production foundation built up, and then we're going to market in July. And as I said, we're also going to have our enterprise system running on select clients, and that's going to give us a lot of bonuses for those end users, because we can scale them now with ease. It's a click of a button, and now they have 3 or 4 web servers, where before that could take days. So we're looking to be able to migrate more of our legacy applications onto the platform in the next 12 months.
Fantastic. Sounds like exciting times at SkyGen.
It is probably the most exciting times in our company's history, and I've been there 18 years.
That's great to hear. Well, John, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Some great insights.
Thanks for having me.